Excuses, excuses, excuses. I know you guys are giving yourselves all sorts of excuses not to get out there and start building a personal brand. Excuses. I know you guys are giving yourselves all sorts of excuses not to get out there and start building a personal brand so that you can start selling whatever product you need to sell. In this video and in the next two videos, I'm gonna cover those excuses and essentially tell you why you need to get off your chair right now, get off your ass right now, and start this journey of giving value to others, because that's the only way you're gonna get value back. Alright, in the first part of this video series, I'm gonna cover about you giving value. Okay, next part, I'm going to teach you how to get noticed while doing it. So watch this video and start to get rid of those excuses you have in your head for not starting to give value. Stay tuned and I will see you inside the video. Hello everyone, it's Jefford again from Rubik's Academy. Alright, so today we are starting a new series. It's called Educate or Suffocate. Alright, it's called Educate, Not Suffocate. Okay, now the reason for this title is because this series is all about education and training. Alright, it's all about education and training. It will range from topics like why you should become a trainer, to who should become a trainer, or what kind of content is needed to become a trainer. How do you draft a curriculum? How do you attract students? Right? This series is all about helping trainers like you out there, okay, get a foothold of what you can train in. And at Rubik's, we believe that everybody can become a trainer. Honestly, all right. If you got great content, you need to share it. All right. Now, before we get down to the C details on why you should become or on topics like how do you draft a curriculum, how do you start planning your content, okay, I think the first question that I want to address in this series, in this first video, all right, is why or who should become a trainer. Okay, let's start with that question. Who should become a trainer? All right, so who? All right, everybody has this big question in their minds. In fact, any trainer that is about to become a trainer will have this question in their mind. Who came before me? And who am I to become a trainer? Who am I to stand in front of the stage to teach? Who am I? Am I qualified to stand in front of the stage and teach? And a lot of people have this fear, right? They have this fear of being not good enough, okay? I swear, all right, they have this fear of being not good enough, okay? And they have this fear of what other excuses put you in what other excuses come between you and your student, all right? The other excuse that comes between you and your student is the fact that you feel that you are not fluent enough, all right? Not just not good enough, you're not fluent enough, meaning that you feel that I'm an introvert. I don't know how to express my ideas. I don't know how to communicate my ideas. I'm not like you, Jefford. I cannot be in front of the camera. I feel awkward in front of the camera. Alright, if I'm doing a digital session, I feel awkward in front of the camera. If I'm doing a live session, I get stage fright because there are so many people. I don't think training is for me. I don't think I can become a trainer. Okay, so these are some of the things that pop into your mind. Now, another question, or perhaps another element when it comes to the who, is certification. Okay, am I certified to become a trainer? Are you certified to become a trainer? Did you get that cert? Did you go for formal training to give training? All right, and a lot of people will say, I'm not certified, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna become a trainer, I'm not certified to certify other people. All right, so this is another question that pops up. All right, then there's another element: similar trainers. Right, when the mind wants to say no, there will be a thousand and one things for you to say no to, and this is one of them. I'm just listing 4 or 5 here. Another one is the element of similar trainers. Hey, look, I'm definitely not the first trainer. I don't think I will be the best trainer. So maybe consumers will not choose my product. Maybe students, they will not think that I'm good enough to train them because that other trainer is better. Now, I'm going to address all of this in perhaps 2 videos, part 1 and part 2. Okay, so today, I'm just going to address this. I'm going to address this, not good enough, and this, fluency. In the next video, I will address the element of similar trainers and certification. All right. Now, when it comes to not being good enough, okay, when it comes to not being good enough, my only question to you is this. If this is your hurdle, then my only question to you is, who is good enough? Who is good enough right at the start? Who is good enough right at the get-go? Look at the biggest companies in the world. Facebook, Alibaba, Google, Amazon, IBM, all right, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, right? It could be a software company, it could be a hardware company, it could be an e-commerce company, it could be an education company. It does not matter. What matters is this: they all grow over time. There is no such thing as a trainer that is born out of the stomach. Nobody is born to become a trainer. Nobody is born into that calling of their lives. A lot of people have this fantasy about destiny. They think that I'm destined to become a trainer. I'm destined to become a policeman. I'm destined to become a lawyer. No. Destiny is what we make of it. We conceive the concept of destiny. We created destiny. Destiny did not create us. We have to be very, very clear about that. We created destiny. We created the idea of a destiny, not a destiny creating us. All right. And the second thing is this. The second thing is simple, right? The second thing is basically the fact that you find your calling in life through circumstances that you go through. And if you don't step out of your comfort zone, you will not be able to go through those circumstances, right? Same thing. If people did not dream of flying, the aeroplane would not have been born. If people did not live in dark cities at night, the light bulb would not have been born. It is circumstance, alright, it is circumstance that forces change. So if you tell me today that you're not good enough to become a trainer, then my only question to you is, you will never be good enough until you start. Okay? You will never be good enough until you start. That's the fact of it. That's the fact. You will never be good enough until you start. Okay? So stop thinking, get off your ass and start doing something. Okay? And start doing something. Now, fluency. Oh, I'm an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. I can't train. I can't train for nuts. Alright? For those of you who are versed in digital marketing, you will know this guy called Russell Brunson. Alright? He's the father of sales funnels. Alright? He is an introvert. He says that multiple times in his books. Okay? He says that multiple times in his books. Alright? And look at Anthony Robbins. He has a husky voice. Okay? Huskiness, you just have to go out there and ask any singer, any DJ, is huskiness a good thing? Is it most of the time, is it a facilitator in terms of delivering messages, or is it more of a blocker? And you ask them, they will say it's actually more of a blocker, because huskiness affects the deliverance, the sound quality, basically. Okay, it's like when you turn on the radio and then there's a window that's open and wind is just blowing. The sound is just not crisp, it's just not clear. Okay, but look at where Anthony Robbins is, right? And today his huskiness, the huskiness in his voice, has become his signature, right? You see where the equation leads to? You just start your journey. Along the journey, those things that you think are your weaknesses will become your strengths. Those things that you think does not constitute to a strength will become your signature. Simple as that. It's a very, very simple equation. If you don't start, you will never get anywhere. Okay? And don't give me the introversion, extroversion bullshit. If that's the thing that is stopping you from becoming a trainer, let me tell you this. I'm sure there's another great guy that you know, that both you and I know. Alright? We would have seen him somewhere, somehow. Steve Jobs. Okay? Steve Jobs. And You tell me, is he an introvert or extrovert? I can tell you right now, he's an introvert. He's definitely an introvert. You can go and search for his our 4-letter personality, the Myers-Briggs test, you know, whatever it is. He's definitely an introvert. And look at how well he presents on stage. There is no theory on earth that says that introverts are bad presenters, that says that introverts are bad trainers. In fact, introverts can be even better trainers than extroverts. Why? Because introverts are very focused. Introverts find it easy to anchor onto something and develop deeply on it. Okay, extroverts, because the energy that they have is so outpouring, sometimes they end up going all over the place. So there is no correlation between introversion or extroversion with the quality of training. So that should not be a obstacle. Then when it comes to fluency, there's another group of people that will say, okay, look, yes, I'm extrovert, yes, I'm introvert. Fine, Jefford, I buy your argument. It's okay to be introvert, I can still train, alright, but my language is not good. Alright, I got a C for English, I got a D for Mandarin. Alright, I can't really communicate very well. I don't have very flowery, or I don't have a monumental range of vocabulary for me to utilize. Now, again, I call bullshit on that. I'm sorry, I call bullshit on that. Let me tell you why I call bullshit on that. Okay? Communication is not just words. Alright? In fact, I think all of us have heard of this old adage before. It's called actions speak louder than words. Now, when it comes to communicating, it's actually the same theory. You do not just communicate the content of your lessons in words. You don't. Look at me. What am I doing now? I'm drawing things. You know, I'm drawing things. I'm wriggling all over. I use teaching aids. I have facilitating tools. Now, what you see here between me and you is just basic, right? It's basic. I'm just writing here. Anybody can do this. Anybody, right? But we have so many other facilitating tools that are present in our high-tech world, okay? And that's just one element. The other element is this. It's not just tools that will help you deliver the message. You can design exercises. You can design special assignments for you to deliver the message. You can have videos. There are so many other things that can do the talking for you. You may not be the one doing the talking. And sometimes, in fact, most of the time, that method is more effective. And that's the truth. That is the truth right there. Okay? So don't tell me you're not fluent enough. Don't tell me you're not good enough. Alright? I hope I've addressed those two objections, because if it is your calling to serve people with information, to serve people with content, then you need to do it. Alright, the last thing you want is to be on a deathbed and go like, oh look, actually I could have taught this, I could have propagated this form of knowledge, but I chose not to because I felt I was too introverted, I was this, I was that, blah 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 blah. All of those excuses coming up. Okay, that's the last thing you want on a deathbed. Alright, because on your deathbed you can't do anything even if you wanted to. Alright, so don't let that become the final regret that you have in your lives. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video I'm going to address the whole idea of certification and this thing called similar trainers. Alright, thank you very much. My name is Jefford from Rubik's Academy. Become a trainer today, join the platform, and it's so easy to become a trainer. Alright, give value where value is due. Thank you very much.